All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Big Plays Podcast, coming at you week 8
Hey.
in the NFL. Week 8, some exciting games. Week 7 was pretty great. Started off great on a Thursday night game where the Eagles came back with under 5 minutes left in the game, 11-point deficit to beat the New York Giants. Not too proud of that game. Game kind of stunk. Both teams stink. The entire NFC East stinks. We'll get into that, though, in a little bit. Let's start with Joey's Thursday night teaser.
Tough one. Not really. This is a lock. I'm taking the Panthers. What are they? They'll go to +4.5. I think they're -2.5. And then I'll go over 43.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. All right.
I like the over.
I dig
Yeah,
that.
and the Panthers getting points.
Come on. So you Panthers is your pick for our little thing going on as well?
I am taking the Carolina Panthers to beat the Atlanta Falcons because the Atlanta Falcons are hot duty garbage.
Yes. How else can you lose a game? They're finding ways to lose games.
How
Todd
do you
Gurley
lose a game by scoring a touchdown?
Accidentally scoring a touchdown. It's incredible. It really is. Rice, Falcons, Panthers. Who you got Thursday night?
I'm taking the Panthers, 100%.
Okay.
Easy.
Beautiful. So, with that being said, me and Rome not being here this podcast, which is fine. Everyone has work once in a while. Me and him are both taking the Panthers with you guys. We are none of us taking the Falcons. The Falcons absolutely suck. At this point, they should just give up on their season. They should really try to convince themselves that the division is not up for grabs at all.
Their defense is soft.
Yeah, they're trash. This little game we got going on last week, week 7, the Falcons kind of screwed Rice too, because we had taken the Falcons, because you think Falcons, Lions, Lions a little banged up, Matt Patricia, what it is, what it is. So in that little game we got going on, right, going into last week, I had 61 total games. Joey and Rice, you had tied for 59, and Rome was trailing by 41. Week 7 comes into play. Me and Rice tie yet again with 10 correct. Joey second with 9 correct, and Rome actually 8 correct, which is the most I think Rome's ever gotten in a week. So congratulations to Rome. He's not here, but when he does listen to this, congratulations. Bringing the scores up to me in first place with 71. Rice jumping past Joey with 69.
Drink.
Joey at 68, missing the 69 mark. And Rome going up to a whole 49. Not bad.
Rice is in the best position of the season right now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So, to play smart this week, I feel like the Panthers
we strive
safe
for
bet. Moving into it, Sunday games. Here we go. We got the Vikings taking on the Packers. I'm liking what I see from the Packers. 2 weeks ago they go into Tampa Bay. They lose. They come back last week, and they come in guns blazing. I mean, wow. Right? Yes, they beat the Texans. Well,
Yeah.
I like a total brain fart right there. And they're playing the Vikings, and the Vikings suck. Kirk Cousins sucks. If Dalvin Cook isn't playing, they still suck. It doesn't matter. The Vikings are trash. It is what it is. Packers, me and Rome are taking a run.
I can't believe how bad the Vikings are. Like, going into the preseason, we were all like, oh, this division's going to be nasty.
Right.
We got some good teams in this division. It's going to be really, really competitive. And the Vikings have just absolutely shit the bed. Kirk's having one of his worst seasons, if not his worst season ever. They can't really establish much defensively. They're giving up a ton of points on both sides. And they don't score that great either. I mean, Justin Jefferson's good. Dalvin Cook's a stud, but that's really all they got over there. I think the Packers smoke them.
Yeah, I got to agree with you there. Packers all the way. Aaron, they're allowed to have a bad game, and they bounce back. No problem. They're the real deal.
Packers are the real deal. That is correct. All right, that's the second game this week that we're all taking the same exact team. And
3 in a row.
Current record with that is actually when we all go against one team, that other team tends to win, which is interesting stat by us, but
Both aren't locks either.
They're not. Nothing in the NFL is a lock. All right, nothing. And I've seen
Jets is a lock.
There's a lock.
Against the Jets, if we're talking, maybe.
I'll tell you a lock.
Yeah, anything against the Jets, maybe a lock. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, moving into it. We got Tennessee Titans, who took their first L to the Pittsburgh Steelers last week because of a missed field goal. Game would have went to overtime. Tennessee Titans probably would have won that game. Great game overall, incredible game defensively and offensively. And they're going into Cincinnati to play the Bengals, who, quite honestly, they suck. They suck too. Joe Burrow is the only thing I like. I like the kid T Higgins. Uh, I don't know what the hell that defense was. They went up. They were winning the game. They were going back and forth with the Cleveland Browns, and then that defense made Baker Mayfield look like who knows what. Like great. Like you don't want to use the word great and Baker Mayfield in the same sentence. But Baker Mayfield looked great, threw 5 touchdowns, and that's what the Bengals defense does. Let you down against the Colts one week when you take them as the underdog, and the Colts come back from a 21-point deficit. It is what it is. Bengals find ways to lose the game too. And Joey, I think you picked the Bengals last week, and yeah, got stomped. Because the Browns
Yeah.
kind of
Well,
look like the
they
real
didn't get
deal.
stomped. They weren't even get stomped. They were winning at halftime, and they defense absolutely shit the bed in the second half, which doesn't surprise me a lot. My argument about the Cincinnati Bengals is that they keep every single game close that they've been playing in. Like their points for to their points against is a very similar statistic. This game they're playing a very terrifying team, and I don't think their defense is going to be able to slow down Tannehill and Derrick Henry. And for that reason, I'll be taking the Titans.
That's correct. Me and Rome are also taking the Titans. Rice?
I think we're unanimous again here.
Wow.
And it's going to be 4 in a row.
Yeah. It's got to definitely be 4 in a row after this one. All right, so Tennessee Titans steamrolling Cincinnati Bengals at home. All right. Ready? 4th one in a row. We're all going to take the same team. No questions, no hold bar. The New York Jets are going to get their asses kicked by the Kansas City Chiefs. And Andy Reid doesn't even have to put much work into this week, and they might as well just take the W and not even show up because the Jets don't show up anyway. So, yeah.
They didn't even give up any touchdowns last week.
Whew.
They gave up 6 field goals.
Oh, yeah, the Jets are great.
They didn't even give up any touchdowns.
Yeah, exposing Josh Allen for what he really is. Huh?
That Chiefs defense is really good, and the Jets are just going to get absolutely shut down.
Yeah, it's going to be nuts.
It's going to be bad.
Chiefs all day.
Spread is 19.5 points. Oh, my God.
I saw.
I'm just. Yeah.
I was looking today.
That's so many.
I can't. They're going to get it, too.
That's so many.
Wow.
That's a lot of points.
They're going to win this game by 20 points? Wow.
I don't know.
Touchdowns? 3
touchdowns?
Like 3 touchdowns? Oh, wow.
I think so.
All right.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, with Sam Darnold. Yeah, you know what? Give me the Chiefs with the points. And
it's so tough giving them 19 points, dude. You start the game down 19.5 points. You're just sitting there like.
give me the Chiefs with the points and it hitting the under because the game's probably going to be 35-0.
All right, maybe.
All right, moving on. Chris Rice, we have the Indianapolis Colts coming off their bye week, and they are playing the Detroit Lions. And I'm just going to throw this out there. Jerome, for some reason, is going with Matt Patricia. And if Jerome was here, I'd be like, what the hell are you talking about? The Colts' defense is way better than what Detroit played against last week, which was Atlanta. And, Philip Rivers, But Jonathan Taylor's going to have a solid game. Going to be a good game for running. Give me the Colts here. But I want to say it's going to be a close game. I'm going to say the Lions going to cover.
All I'm saying is that Rome is just splitting up the unanimous decisions. That's all he's doing. He's taking one for the team. He's only got 41 wins. I swear at the upper 60s, low 70s. He's biting a bullet here. He's taking one for the team. And he's letting us all bet on the Colts here. So thank you, Rome. I appreciate it. Yes. You're a good man. I miss you, and I'll see you.
Yeah. It gives me a lot more confidence, too, that the Colts win this game.
Yeah, that Rome takes the Lions? Yes, of course. Yes, of course. That's how I knew the Eagles were going to win last Thursday night when Rome looked at me and goes, Giants. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Game of the week alert? Maybe.
Game of the year alert.
Game of the year alert. Really? Steelers, Ravens? Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to Baltimore to play the Ravens. Damn. I like both these teams. I wish
Rome was here to yell at me.
I like both these teams. I think defense wins championships. I think defense wins heavy-hitting games. After the display of the Kansas City Chiefs and what they did to the Ravens. Was it week 3 or week 2? Week 3.
Week 2,
Yeah, week 2.
I think.
Whatever week it was. Uh, I am gonna do something that Rice has been doing all year, and I'm going with the Pittsburgh Steelers to win this game.
Hell yeah!
This is gonna be a awesome game to watch,
I'm
offensively,
excited.
defensively. I'm really excited to see how Mike Tomlin and his entire staff comes up with creative ways to stop Lamar Jackson. I'm excited to see how Lamar Jackson handles the Pittsburgh defense. Like, it's going to be really great. I don't know if the Ravens have enough offensive weapons, even though they just signed Des Bryant to the practice squad. I don't know how many offensive weapons they have to get it done. And when you look at the Steelers, I think I like their offensive weapons a little bit more. So I'm going to say it's going to be a really awesome game going with the Steelers. I have no idea how it's going to end. And Rome is taking the Ravens.
Whoa, that's shocking that Rome's taking the Ravens.
Rome took the Ravens.
I'm not
Because
shocked.
all year, as much as I've been against Pittsburgh, Rome has been for Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And I said it last week. I said last week was that first challenging game, and if they prove me wrong, I'll ride them all year because I'm already down on them a bunch.
Yeah.
Because I've been saying that they stink, and now SportsCenter puts out their pound-for-pound rankings weekly, and Pittsburgh's number 1 on the entire list. So me trashing them over and over has seemed to have backfired entirely on me, and now I have to swallow my words. That's the only thing I could do is own up to it. I was incorrect. I was sadly mistaken. Pittsburgh has a great defense. They have a great offense. Big Ben looks great. It's hurting me to say these words. I'm taking the Pittsburgh Steelers over the Baltimore Ravens as well.
Yeah.
There we go, Joe. There we go. I'm taking the Steelers too. We all know this. I'm riding them all year.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to say it is going to be a great game. The Ravens have a good defense as well. So
they're getting better.
The only problem with them is they seem to put too much on Lamar Jackson. So they got to do some interesting things on offense in order for them to try and get a win.
J.K. Dobbins going. What are they doing over there?
Yeah, they got to establish the run game a little bit more. You know, that just isn't a play involving Lamar Jackson. You know, he just has to hand the ball.
Mark Ingram's not doing well. You have J.K. Dobbins, and they're using like Gus Edwards over him. It's like Gus Edwards has proven to be mediocre. Like, use the kid.
Yeah, you use the young guy. Really get a feel for what he is, and you know he was talented in college too. So I think a key to winning this game is going to be establishing the run, which the Steelers are filthy at stopping. So that's going to be tough. So like I said, Lamar Jackson is probably going to have to take the reins on this game and create plays where there's probably going to not be a lot of things to create. All right, moving into it. Also, Rome took the Ravens, so you can kind of gauge that the Steelers are going to win this. Next game, you have Los Angeles Rams coming in to Miami to play the Dolphins in Tua's first start of the year.
That's crazy.
And it was pretty wild to me that Fitzpatrick got benched, considering how decent of a season he's having. And he came out and he said, I got fired pretty much and all this other stuff. And you feel bad for the guy. But it is it is the kid's time.
That's why they drafted him.
Yeah, it's why they drafted him. He's the future of the franchise. But to put him up against the Los Angeles Rams and have Aaron Donald on the starting side of the ball is just a little nuts to me. Rome's taking the Dolphins, and as much as I want to root for Tua, and I am rooting for Tua, I got to go against Rome here. I'm taking the Rams, who are also playing good football, who we were very low on at the beginning of the year. I think the Rams got a nice, easy game here.
I don't know why, because they've been playing really well, but I'm still not sold on the Rams. I don't know what it is. And Miami continues to impress me week after week. I know their record is not as good as the Rams, or they might not have played as well in some of the other games. But Miami looked good, man. And I'm upset for Fitzpatrick. I really, really liked what he was doing in Miami. And I was hoping that I know it's Tua's team for the future, but Fitzmagic right now is a top 10 ranked quarterback, and they just kind of pulled the carpet from underneath him, which is really shitty. Like, and he was pretty emotional about that, which you wouldn't see from a big Viking-like man, big guy with a beard like this. Look at that thing. I think Tua wins his debut as a starter. I'm taking Miami.
Wow. All right.
I disagree there.
Okay.
I'm taking the Rams. Rams have been winning games that people don't expect them to win. and a lot of people didn't expect them to win last game, but they did.
We
So
picked
let's
that right,
go.
Rice. Yeah,
I did.
these
Yeah, no, I
guys thought the
remember picking
Bears
that
were gonna
game.
come in there, and no, the Bears were not
They
coming to
crushed them.
SoFi Stadium. Yeah, destroyed them. Totally let them out. I mean, it was a slow game though. You know, it was
Yeah.
a very technical game. Drop my
See,
pen.
the Bears are one of those teams you can't get a gauge on because they either come out to play or they come out like dog
They have
shit.
Nick Foles
Yeah.
as their quarterback. I have a pretty good gauge of what they could do.
Yeah.
I would rather Nick Foles than Philip Rivers. Sorry, champ. All right. Anyway, moving on past that. Philip Rivers sucks. Patriots, who are not looking too good. Last week, I had the Patriots, a little dumpster fire
Benching
action
Cam.
going in our little photo that I make every week. They're traveling up to Buffalo, and they're gonna play the Buffalo Bills. Bills Mafia, probably super excited to have that game. The Patriots are not good. They're not looking good. They're talking about trading star defensive players and Stephon Gilmore. They're talking about benching Cam. I think Belichick is trying to just sell it down the road and see if he can hit Tua. I'm sure he's already called Tua a couple. Not Tua. Well, Trevor Lawrence. I'm sure he's already called Trevor Lawrence a couple of times, and said something like, "Hey, if we tank, can we get you? And then we'll pick up back from where we were." Uh, or the other option is when the Jets finally decide to get rid of Sam Donald. Sam Donald is going to go to the Patriots. It's going to be every Jets fan's worst nightmare. And Rome for some reason is taking the Patriots this game, and I already was thinking about the Bills coming out playing a good offensive game against the Patriots. But that make my decision a little easier. So I got the Bills here. Bills probably going to win this game by about 13 points, 14 points, 2 touchdowns.
So we're talking about Patriots not playing so great. I don't think the Bills are playing very good football right now. I think they're in a very big lull right now. They've lost against good teams and they haven't played great against bad teams. They're earning victories against those bad teams, but they're not looking like that established, dominant. Like Josh Allen's MVP season is not even a question anymore. It's like not even in consideration.
Yeah.
He hasn't played nearly as well as he was to start the season.
Mm-hmm.
With that, I agree that the Patriots are really bad, and the game's in Buffalo. I'm gonna take the Buffalo Bills to beat the Pats, but I'm much lower on the Bills than where I have been previously.
Okay. I think I'm there with you.
Yeah, I was actually flip-flopping on this game
Yeah, me too.
for a little while. Like you said, Joe, they really haven't been playing well, especially like the game against the Jets. I thought would be a nice bounce back game for them, and it
Yeah, so did I.
it really wasn't.
They played terrible.
Yeah. I'm still taking them mostly because I just don't want to pick the Patriots. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be high scoring at all as well.
Okay. All right. We got the Las Vegas Raiders going to Cleveland to play the Browns. A couple weeks ago I said the Browns had a couple of games to win to prove to me that they're the real deal, and they've been winning those games. You got a great record. Yes, they played the Bengals last week and put up, Baker Mayfield scored 5 touchdowns. The defense let Joe Burrow put up a lot of points, but Joe Burrow looks good. So it is what it is on that end. But Myles Garrett just disrupts the pocket too much. Derek Carr, I just feel like he's gonna have a tough time. I mean, look at the Bucks last week, what they did to the Raiders. I think the Browns can replicate that a little bit. Me and Rome here are taking the Browns.
The Raiders had a really good first half against the Bucks. It was just their second half, and I just question them playing full game sometimes.
Steamed it out.
But I have those same questions for Cleveland. They also just lost their number one wideout in OBJ. Nick Chubb's still out.
Without him. They won that game without him.
They did, but they were playing Cincy. The Raiders you can't even put the Raiders on the same field as Cincy. I think the Raiders are still a very good football team. They established a very good O-line and they run the ball hard, which are 2 key things in football. And they play a decent enough defense. The Bucks are on fire right now. They look terrifying. Tom Brady's looking like GOAT Tom Brady.
Yeah.
So I don't mind that they lost that game by 2 touchdowns. I think the Raiders bounce back here and smoke Cleveland.
Okay. I like that take.
Yeah, I'm taking the Raiders here too. I'm not big on the Browns. They're beating bad teams.
Wait,
They're
the
not
Colts are a
impressive.
bad team?
Listen, Colts are allowed to lose a game.
Wait, the Colts are a bad team? Hold on.
Colts are allowed.
The
Colts are
Colts
allowed
are
to
a
lose.
bad team? Bruh.
Colts are
Thanks.
allowed to lose
Thank
a
you.
game.
Nah, I got it right here.
Colts are allowed to lose
You
a
said they've
game.
beating a lot of bad teams, bro. Beating a lot of bad
I
teams.
mean, who have they
Colts.
really
It's
played
alright.
and won against?
It's alright. It's alright. The Colts suck. It's good. Thank you. That's all I needed. Thank you very much. Moving on, we have the Los Angeles Chargers going up to Mile High Stadium to play the Denver Broncos. Broncos banged up. I can't see their offense getting too much action. I love what I see out of the Chargers. I love the kid Herbert. They're establishing the run game very well. Defense is playing really well as well. Me and Rome here are taking the Chargers. Not much to say. If the Broncos were healthy, they'd be in talks for some good stuff here. But they're not healthy, so that's where it comes into play for me.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with you entirely. The only other thing that I'll add is that they're running the ball decently, but it's not like either of their two running backs are running the ball great.
Yes.
And I think when they get Austin Eckler back and they start expanding that pass catching game out of the backfield, they're going to be a pretty dangerous team, the Chargers. I really, really like Herbert. I think he's the best. Second, Burrows is still nasty.
Rookie
Him and
of the
Burrows
year.
are both nasty rookie quarterbacks.
Rookie of the year.
They both look really, really good. And I'm excited to see how Tua looks as well. So this might be a really great class.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Chargers.
Nice.
Oh man, I'm taking the Broncos.
What the
Taking the Broncos here.
hell?
Yeah, I mean,
Divisional game.
All right.
it's gonna be a tough game. They're at home. I don't know why I'm feeling it, but I'm feeling the Broncos. I'm riding my gut.
Okay. Listen, gotta ride that gut sometimes. Maybe you're right. Rome took the Chargers, so maybe maybe you're trying to get that lead on me. That's fine. But maybe this works out in my favor. I don't know. All right. Next game. No questions asked. Nothing about it. Saints traveling to Chicago to play the Bears. I did not like what I saw from the Bears last night. I think Khalil Mack was a little injured at the start of the game. I think they said he was a game time decision. He ended up playing. A lot of penalties on that defense, and the offense just couldn't seem to get anything going. Nick Foles, wasn't able to hit his stride. Once the receivers are covered, that's it. David Montgomery, you know, eh. Yeah, I think without Tariq Cohen back there to split it up a little bit, I like the Saints. I like the Saints. Me and Roma taking the Saints. Who Dat Nation? Uh, probably gonna be a decent game for Drew Brees, Alvin Kamara. It's gonna be fun.
I despise this pick, but talking about gut feelings,
No
just
way.
when you think the Bears are done, they tend to beat these good teams.
Oh God.
And I'm like, I love the Saints, but
Oh God.
not this week. I don't know why, man. I got the Chicago Bears beating the Saints.
Oof. Wow.
Spicy.
Maybe you're right. Maybe Rome took the Saints, and maybe you're gonna win.
That's
Taking
not
the
why I
Saints.
did it, but
I'm taking the Saints here. Yeah,
Right,
they're scoring points every game they play, and I don't
the
think
Saints defense isn't that good though. We're talking about the Bears offense.
but
The Saints defense is terrible this year.
Bears aren't gonna be able to keep up.
Bears gonna stop them once or
I'm
twice.
thinking about it now, and I'm like double taking. I'm like, I already said the Saints gonna win. I think the Saints again definitely gonna win this game. But this is a coin toss. This is a coin toss here. I think Joey is feeling the Bears for a reason. You know what? Yeah, that's close. I'm gonna stick with the Saints, but that might be the one where you jump up a little bit. All right,
Or
all
I
right.
fall behind to everybody.
Another tough divisional rivalry game coming up. At the 49ers traveling to Seattle to play the Seahawks.
What a game.
Yeah, what a game. I got to say, I'm liking a lot of what I see out of the 49ers. It looks like they finally shook off some of that rust, some of that, no preseason this year, so they throw it in, the COVID, limited camp, limited practice. They're finally seeming to click a little bit better on defense. The offense, they're able to run the ball really well. Jimmy G still a little on Jimmy G. But listen, the offensive weapons are there. With that being said, Seattle Seahawks just came off a crushing loss to the Arizona Cardinals. Crushing loss, I must say. Uh, they had a DK Metcalf touchdown called back in overtime, which was whew, don't even know how the Cardinals got that 10 points to even go into overtime. Just crazy. Seattle Seahawks defense needs help. They need Jamal Adams back bad. And this week, I'm taking Dangerous again. I'm not going against the Seahawks. I like them too much. So is Rome. Me and Rome taking Seahawks here, and what's going to be a fun game to watch on the 4 o'clock games.
I think I agree with you in that San Fran looks fantastic. I think they look like the team that they were supposed to be preseason. But my issue with them is that they're still really banged up. You got Debo still dealing with injuries. You got Mostert back out. They don't know who's running the ball, whether it's Wilson. They got Jerick McKinnon.
Wilson's
You got
injured.
Tevin Coleman. It's just an absolute scramble back there right now. And I think playing a scary, dangerous team like Seattle off a loss to a team that they're supposed to beat, I think Seattle's going to come out really sharp. But with that, this is an absolute shootout. You're saying Seattle's defense needs help? I agree. I just think their offense is capable to do anything to any team, and the San Fran still doesn't have their best defensive player in Bosa out for the season.
Yeah.
So I'll take Seattle in a shootout, close game victory.
Yeah. Chris?
Yeah, no, I'm taking Seattle here too. 49ers, I'm still not sold. Mostly because Jimmy G looks like he is full of rust.
Yeah.
And the big part about Seattle's defense is they are terrible against the pass.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I don't know.
That's the fifth game this week that we've all collectively decided on. Might have to throw a little parlay action into that. Sunday night football. Sunday night. Now, you go back to week 1, you look at this game, and you go, wow, this is going to be a good divisional rivalry game. This is going to be great. This is going to
I don't
be
know if I'd say
exciting.
good.
At the beginning of the season, before everything, this is going to be great. This is before everybody knew what a joke the NFC East was, all right? Before everything,
I had the
everyone
Giants
knew.
at 30, last on my list.
Yeah. The Cowboys are coming to Philadelphia to play the Philadelphia Eagles. They're going to start Ben DiNucci. Ben DiNucci. Dallas stinks, all right? Dallas stinks. Listen to me. Dallas stinks. Jerry Jones is ready to throw the team out, tank. He's ready to go. The Eagles still hold on to hope. The Eagles team can be very good when they're healthy. They are not there yet. Eagles by 10, baby. Eagles by 10. And Rome, the disrespect Rome is throwing at me is that he's taking the Cowboys to win this game. So, Rome, enjoy Ben DiNucci, and thank you for taking the Giants last week, because that just makes me know that the Eagles are going to win this game and keep first place.
All I got for this one is call.
Is that the sound that an eagle makes?
I guess so.
Yeah, I mean, easy pick. Eagles. The Dallas defense is trash.
Yeah.
Trash.
Talking about Zeke running the ball, he's nuts. I feel as much as I feel bad for Dak Prescott, I do not feel bad for the Dallas Cowboys as an organization. Dirty hit by John Bostic. Still don't know why he's not suspended or get kicked out of the league. Bostic's had numerous hits in the league where they have been dirty. But Washington's on a bye this week, so hopefully they'll do something to penalize them a little bit. All right. Week 8, Monday Night Football, coming at you hot. At the beginning of our very first podcast, well, not the first podcast, but earlier on in our first podcasts, I had said when we were going over the list and the games and the records of the players and the teams that the New York Giants were going to upset Tom Brady this Monday night. I had said that earlier on in the season. I had figured the Giants are going to be fighting for a spot. They're much better on paper than they are in real life. You know what? The Giants are still fighting. They're still playing those games hard. They're playing, when you look at the Jets who just aren't trying, and then you look at the Giants who are trying to win their games, Giants are losing a lot of close games. And I will say this. I am taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers not to ruin my record in this. But, Jerome, when you hear this, when you are listening to this, just know this. You are also taking the Buccaneers. But if the Giants win, you owe me. And if the Bucs win, I owe you. So, it is what it is. Designated driver for an entire evening, little chauffeur action, no problem. But when the Giants win this game, I'm being that brand new.
I mean, you're feeling pretty confident. I feel like you should just pick the Giants.
No,
like you should,
I'm not picking the Giants. I'm not doing it to tarnish this record. I'm going Bucs here. It's the smart thing to do.
I said it earlier. Tom Brady looks great.
Yeah.
The Bucs look great. They're playing really good football. And they're playing a really shitty football team in the Giants.
Really shitty.
This game, the Giants do have Tom Brady's number, though. That's another thing to consider.
Yeah.
Giants got Tom Brady's number. But not this time. I take the Bucs, no problem.
Yeah, different team.
Yeah, the Bucs look scary. Giants fucking suck. So there's no way Buccaneers lose this game. This was easy from the beginning of the season.
All right.
Yo, is that six? Is that 6 mortal locks from the boys?
6 mortal locks from Big Plays Podcast right there.
Oh, I think we're gonna parlay this. I don't know.
Put it into a parlay. You got it here first. Well, you didn't get here first. You're probably listening to Barstool or some other crap, wherever you go to get your fantasy or your dick news. Who knows? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Like, follow, subscribe. Big Plays Podcast. Check out the website. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It doesn't matter. As long as you're here for a good time, not a long time. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening to Big Plays Podcast. I'm Frankie. That's Joey. That's Rice. Jerome ain't here, but if he was, he'd say peace and love. Thank you very much.
See you later.
Later.
Love you.